Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. How we doing? Live now. Yes, we are. Good deal. Hello, Franco. Franco. Yo, Quad. All right, guys. So we're obviously connected to YouTube and Twitch. That is good. I've been playing a lot with Nosh's theme lately. Hey, Dave. Good morning, afternoon. Hello, Pure Luck. I love this startup video, too. I just downloaded that this morning. But yeah. Hey, Stifilus, Matthew. Hey, Nosh. Welcome, man. Pretty dramatic title for the stream. Did you think so? Yeah. Hey, Zazu, thank you. Good morning, Neil 9000. Hey, Tech Tips. Good morning. Hey, James. Retro. Good morning, everybody. You did make that startup vid, and I love it, Retro. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. It's amazing. So I should probably. Well, I wanted to wait a few minutes before I discuss the title of this stream, but so we'll give it a few minutes yet. And I also want to make sure that we pray this morning because I forgot on Friday and that was stupid. So because we can definitely use it. Good morning, Rude. Nocturnal. Welcome. Craig. Awesome, Craig. I appreciate that. That is great to hear, for real. I get you. But I'm listening, for sure. Hey, Sid. So one thing I can talk about here, first off, is I thought about diving into some of the new features today that are on the poll, such as retro achievements and stuff like that. But I think we're going to continue to focus on themes and plugins and bugs, or more not really bugs, because there really aren't that many terrible bugs right now. It more like performance improvements and stuff like that. So that is the current objective. I want to just make sure that we're getting the theme developers everything they need, the plugin developers everything they need, and bugs today. So that's what I'm planning on, and performance improvements, whatever. So that's my objective for today. But anyways, she what now? Hey Jade, I've missed you. Good to see you on the stream. Hey Pac-Man. Still need a good theme tutorial. A good theme tutorial. You mean for building custom themes? Because there's a lot of those that are out. Please tell Retro he needs to make some Rocket Launcher LaunchBox integration videos. He knows Rocket Launcher inside and out. There you go. Hey, Phil, Wade, Ryan. New poll, new poll. We gotta finish everything on the poll first. Everything that got voted well. So, anyways, guys, Kirsten. So, first off, right now this week, and hopefully she's watching. I don't know. She's like crazy busy this week because she is the VBS director, the children's ministry director at her church in Colorado, and this week she's literally like running VBS, and she's frantically running around all over the place right now with a to-do list the size of New York City, getting everything done for VBS. And if you don't know what VBS is, it's like Vacation Bible School, and it's this thing that in the States all the churches do to keep kids occupied over the summer for a week, and it's really awesome, and because the kids learn about Jesus and have a ton of fun, and so that's what all the churches do over here every summer. But it's like a major, 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 major undertaking, and so she's in the middle of that right now. But starting next week, I'm really excited about this, and you guys know that I went to Colorado. At least I announced it last week. Hopefully everybody knows. I went to Colorado last week from Sunday through Wednesday, and it was amazing. We had a great time, and it was also really productive. But the goal was for me to do my best to train her up on a bunch of stuff, and we did, and it went really, really well. So really starting the end of this week, but definitely starting next week in particular, she is becoming a manager. Basically, is the whole point here. Basically, everybody in the company is going to be reporting to her primarily instead of me. And I wanted to make that announcement because I think that'll clear some stuff up as far as what's going on and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really excited about it because I trust her like wholly, and I always have. So that's a big deal to me that I'm able to focus on development. So that is kind of the point I was making there. I just wanted to freak some people out for a little bit, so sorry about that. But that will apply. She already handles all the customer service stuff and does an amazing job. But that will apply both for people who work on our team, and also for like moderators on the forums, and of course for the entire community. So it's kind of important for everybody to know. So there you go. That is the news from that front. Let me catch up on some comments here. When you think vacation, you think Bible, obviously. Well, obviously. Hey, Chris. Hey, Scott. Company like 4 people. Well, yeah, we don't have that many people working for us. Actually, we do have quite a few contractors who are working for us. Believe it or not, there's I think 6 of us now. So yeah, we definitely. Dave, I don't know if I want to interpret. I don't know how to interpret that, man. I'm not sure. Not sure if I appreciate that or not. But anyways. Quad, quick question. Would increasing the process priority LaunchBox Big Box uses increase performance, or does it already use as much as it can? The thing is, I take Microsoft's recommendations on that, and generally, Microsoft recommends that you never tweak that stuff because it already does the best job that it can. And the other problem with that is if we did something like that, then it might affect like gameplay and stuff like that. So, Okay, Dave. No problem. Used to spend my weekends at Bible camp when I was a kid. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Camps are amazing, especially. So that's the gist. That is the gist. That's what's going on. Thank you, Tech Tips. So anyways, again, I want to focus on themes and plugins and performance improvements today. And I still don't have like a perfect battle plan, but we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what we can get into. Definitely, Nosh had at least one request for me, and I know he's on the stream, so we'll get started on that. But first off, I want to pray for VBS over in Colorado, and pray for us on the stream. Anybody have any prayer requests before we get into that? Kirsten does what now? Kirsten's becoming a manager, basically. She's just going to help manage, or really, she is going to be the manager. She's going to manage the company while I sit here and develop and be a nerd. That's kind of the point. And there's a little bit more that goes into that, but we don't need to get into all that stuff right now. But I'm just excited to get her handling the business aspects of the company, so I can do what I love doing, which is development. And I know that's been like a recurring theme. I've been all like, okay, let's get everything but development off my plate, so that we can so that I can focus on development, because that's what I love doing, and that is why development is why we've succeeded. So I'm gonna keep going on down that path. I'm sorry, Jade. Really sorry. Yeah, thank you, Ali. I will be praying for you, Jade. Absolutely. LaunchBox in Windows Store, is it possible? It is possible. However, right now, I'm not interested for several reasons. One is the Windows Store is, I don't see it as taking off. They pissed me off early on because they screwed me over when I tried to apply for to get in the store to begin with, and it made me angry, and now I'm butthurt about it, and I don't want to be in the Windows Store. I'm terrible. But I probably should do that stuff. Same with Steam. The thing is, guys, if I can succeed if we can succeed without being in one of those stupid stores, then I would much rather do that, because it's more, you have more freedom, you have more flexibility, you don't have to worry about somebody getting angry with you and taking your app down. But yeah, I get you. Maybe at some point we can do that. Pray we can develop a way to launch Jukebox from top level and big box without submenus. There we go. VBS. Visual Basic Scripting. You mean Kirsten Box, Survivor. Kirsten Box, not Kristen Box. Kirsten Box. No. Tech Tips says, help me out a whole lot with my Invention Project Emulation Station, the first game console that is fully customizable and can run every game ever made with 20 terabytes of storage. Wow. Invention Project Emulation Station. Okay. Cool. Get on Steam. Hey, Phobos. I need to forgive Microsoft. I do. You're right. Good Jukebox front end. Yep. All right, guys. Well, let's pray. Lord. First off, thank you for this community. Thank you for everybody here. Thank you for the opportunity to just be with everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to develop and do what I love, even still, Lord. Like 2 years later, 3 years later, whatever it is, I'm kind of just amazed that this is still going so well. So thank you so much. I pray that you would help us all to be a blessing to each other today. I pray that everything would go smoothly and I can get some stuff done, even though I don't even know what I'm going to be doing today yet, Lord. So I pray that you would guide me and direct us all. Make it very clear to us what we need to work on. And Lord, I pray for VBS. I pray for Kirsten and everyone over there. I pray that you would help everybody. I pray that you would reveal yourself to kids, that you would show your love to kids through them all week long. And Lord, I pray that you would help make sure that Kirsten gets everything she needs to get done. and help her not to be too stressed and worried. I pray that that all goes extremely well. And Lord, we pray for Jade. Help her to, I don't want to say move on, but Lord, help her to feel loved. Put the people that she needs in her life so that she can be distracted from all the pain and just move on. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Yeah, my son is screaming. That's okay. Tekken 7 is amazing. I haven't seen it yet. Thank you, Godsend. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. There's awesome stuff being developed right now. And that's already come out. When is the IPO? I don't know, man. I don't want to do an IPO. I really don't. Arranged by Games Mark Broken. You guys are awful. It's like no, I'm just joking. All right, you bet, Jade, of course. Okay, so I promised Nosh already that I would get something in, and I'm trying to remember what that was. Stayed up all night working on a ScumVM platform video. Should have asked you to pray that my kids don't kill each other when I finally pass out. I've been there, Retro. Yeah, that's not a bad thing to pray for. Tekken 7. I gotta look at that. What platforms is that out for? Nosh. The Nosh. Steam, PS4, Xbox One, sure. Cool. Interesting. So it even came out on PC. That's crazy. That's pretty awesome. All right, so I got to pull up my messages here on the forums. And I got to remember what I promised. Oh, yeah, so Nosh. Nosh wanted a hook for like when a theme was loaded or something like that. That's the guy, Godsend, yep. He just created a new theme. And I looked up Nosh. Like, I looked up the definition of Nosh, and it literally means just like eat or something like that. So, fine. Nosh on this is the theme. Which is probably just like a play on chew on this or something. And it's on the forum, and it's amazing. Seriously amazing. And I also need to get back to Critical Sid really bad, and especially like the video placement stuff, because we got to get all this stuff like squared away. The video placement stuff I haven't been back to. Matic has been working on that stuff as well, and I have a message from him that I haven't responded to as well. And I'm not sure if we're all on the same page or not, but excitement intensifies. DJ Flem, where'd I get that hat? Amazon, man. Just a seriously Amazon. It was easy to find. Okay, I'm gonna have to like yell at my son for just a second. Hold on. Hey, guess what, Reese? What did I already tell you? I'm screaming, and everybody can hear you screaming at the top of your lungs for no good reason at all. Please stop. Okay. Sony Vegas. Yeah. I used the Acid stuff for a long time. Stream intro theme suggestion. Yeah, I did, Dave. And I love that song. The only thing is, like, I probably can't use it. That's the problem, you know? When I put up that, remember that one day that I opened with Papa Roach? I got a flag on that. Or I didn't get a flag on the video, but of course I think they ended up putting ads on that video. So I mean, it's tricky. I can't just use any song I want. So anyways, guys, first off, Nosh, did you really, I need to know like what you need exactly as far as that hook for the plugins, if you really do. I know it was kind of in passing, so I don't know. If we take a look at the, what is it, theme element plugin? No, where was it? System events. And system event types. Plugin initialized. So that is going to be the closest thing, and that's already there. So under system events plugin initialized, when that event is raised, I think that's what you're looking for. But I mean, let me know what else you might need, and we'll go from there. So other than that, I also want to load up my list from Sid. But man, I really wish I could get this video stuff solved, but I don't know that is going to be interesting at all for people. So, hey, Andre. Yeah, I think that's the event that would work for you guys. I think the only thing is there's no event for like uninitializing plugins. So when a plugin is initialized, you'll get that event, but nothing ever gets unloaded is the main issue from that conversation. So one of the problems is if you're switching between themes, it's going to keep everything that was previously loaded still loaded. And there's probably a way to do that, but I don't know how with .NET. So I should probably look into that at some point. DNxHD and compressed to... What is DNxHD? Hey, Neil. Welcome, man. How about being able to browse, test, and download themes through Big Box front end rather than grabbing them from the site? I would love that too, dude. I really would. And I think we'll get there eventually, although it's not really a priority right this moment. I agree. The same thing with plugins. That would be really nice. Seeing a mental breakdown live on stream could indeed be interesting. Yeah, that's about the thing. The video stuff has given me like nightmares. Jade, what are you doing? Don't drink your first energy drink ever. And plugins too, yeah, of course. Is there an event that fires when a theme is loaded? There might not be, actually. We have, well, really, I mean, any plugin that is inside the theme folder, is the plugin initialized is going to handle that. But there's not specifically one that fires for a theme loading. So that is, I mean, it's tricky. It's questionable whether we really need it at that point. Because ultimately, when a new theme is loaded, any plugin that's inside that theme is going to call the plugin initialized event. So that's kind of guaranteed. Mapping plugins to keys. Not sure if there's something you want to add. I don't need it at the moment. Yeah, and I remember, yeah, that's tricky, and that's why I've avoided it. It's easier in Big Box than it is for LaunchBox, but it's not simple. I get that tone for like everything, Wade. For lots of different stuff. If we had something like that and supplied the name of the theme, you could do... Sure. That's true. That's true. Whatever, get the current theme. That's a good idea. Educated Rebel, just go to launchbox-app.com and you'll get a good rundown of it. Will it be possible to load up Windows 10 app games? Yeah, it already is, but Microsoft makes it a stupid pain in the rear. So it's on the, I need to like have a link to a tutorial for that. There is a good tutorial on the forums for how to do that, but I never have the link for it. Yeah, agreed, Wade. Or at least a way to go back and forth. Because right now, you can only go one direction, and I agree, that's really annoying. Hey, Camel. Right now, I'm not quite sure. We're working on theme stuff. I do think that we should implement something to retrieve the theme name, because that's a great idea. And then when the theme switches, you're right. We should probably add an event for that. So we'll go ahead and do that. First off here. And from there, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, but we'll go ahead and add an event for Big Box theme changed. This event type is raised when the Big Box active theme is changed. And then also we're going to go Well, I have to make sure that fires for one thing, but also we need the ability to retrieve the current theme. So gonna go. So we have to raise that, and the only place I think the only place you can change the theme, of course, is in the system menu. So in theory, well, it's options. So the options page, no, where is that? As we have, so options page is in here. This is what defines all the options pages, and then if we go down to, is it view, I think? Theme. So right now, but it doesn't apply it until after it gets done. So on escape. So how do we deal with that? So I think it's the options view model on escape. Funny thing is, we might not do anything special right now when the theme changes, so it might be kind of tricky actually. Load theme styles is basically happening every time we hit escape. So how are we going to handle that? I think what we could do is just save the original theme. So when we construct our options view model, the thing is this reconstructed every time? I don't even know. It's not. So we have like show options, right? And so whenever we show the options, we call reload. Sure. So reload, when that happens, I'm going to save whatever the current theme is. We'll try that. So private string current theme name, or previous theme name. And I'm going to say this dot previous theme name equals root dot data manager dot big box settings dot theme. Okay. And then on escape, we're going to go ahead and do all this, and then if this dot previous theme name is not equal to root dot data manager dot big box settings dot theme, then we're going to fire that that plugin. For each var plugin in root dot system events plugins dot values plugin dot on event raised system event types dot big box theme changed. And I think that's all we need there. And then the last thing we need is we just need to, the ability to get the current theme so that you can check which theme it is. And we would do that from the plugin helper, which has a state manager object. So we can go into that guy and we can simply add a string big box current theme get. Okay. But we need to implement that, of course. Let's go ahead and add the comment. Gets a value specifying the currently in use theme for big box. Will be null when LaunchBox is running instead of big box. Okay, and just make it easy on myself, I'm just going to build, and I'll get a build error here, so I can find where the class is that actually implements iStateManager. There it is. So we just implement the missing. It's right there. I'm just gonna simply return root.datamanager.bigboxsettings.theme. Here's the thing though, that's gonna always return the theme whether big box is loaded or not, because it still has access to that. So, and that's fine, I don't care about that. But that's always gonna return the currently active theme. And if I'm just gonna get rid of this part then. Good enough. So that's all done. Now let's see what we got here. Comments wise. Hey Omen Boy. I need to buy LaunchBox.com from that company. I always go to the wrong address. If it was that easy, I would. But it's not that easy. We're also like, we've been #1 in Google for so long for LaunchBox, so oh well. Candy Crush Soda Saga on Win 10 is my jam. Techno Parrot, interesting. A new arcade emulator. Huh. Full screen videos are not playing in big box with VLC. If I use Windows Media Player, it works fine, but the videos don't stop when launching games. What? I haven't heard that kind of stuff in ages. It's got to be some kind of weird issue. It could be related to themes, or I don't know. I mean, that's been solved for so long. I don't understand. I really don't. But hit us up on the forums, Omen Boy. We'll figure it out. A view changed event as well. Okay, I can do that. I don't know how to do that, Wade, unfortunately, honestly. Well, it shows up in the video that way, but that's about it. Hey, Death Row. How do you make it so the curly brackets have dots showing where they start and end? You know, basically, this is Visual Studio 2017. And it just automatically did that when I installed it. So I think it's called 2017, something like that. So I don't know, honestly. Second, someone gets the idea you want their URL, they will change thousands and thousands. They will charge thousands and thousands. Yeah, it's not likely to be worth it. You went from fighters to FPSs. That's funny. Well, I guess not. I guess it's probably fairly typical. It wasn't actually. I didn't do that though. I was never that big into fighters, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy. Ah, sure, Zazu. I'm not sure. Useless information on top of your code, like references and strings. Yeah, I kind of like that though. I like this stuff. I mean, of course, you can turn all that stuff off if you don't like it. But I find all this information really useful, to be honest. Reckon. How about you manually pause the video music by clicking on it in LaunchBox? It only resumes when you manually unpause it instead of when the window comes back into focus. Sure. I can see that. I'm not sure. I think we might have a ticket for that already, but if not, we should create one for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all that stuff can be tweaked. Anyway, so the last thing Nosh mentioned was when the view is switched, and then like getting the active view from Big Box as well. And that was actually requested by somebody else too recently, so we should probably do that as well. Big Box current view, Big Box current theme. Currently in use view in Big Box. And we wanted something for an event that fires when the view changes as well. And that's going to be a little bit more tricky because there's lots of different places where the view changes. So I'm not... Well, we have a property, though, that sets that. So in theory, we should be able to do it there. In theory. How many lines of code does LaunchBox Big Box have? I don't have any idea, honestly. I've never counted. I've never checked. That's the other thing I would love to do on the stream. I want to go check out some of the new plugins as well. Specifically, the PDF plugin. 6 million. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to count like lines of code in Big Box. I'm curious. Visual Studio, count lines of code. Code metrics. Calculate code metrics. Select in Solution Explorer such a project you want to know. I doubt this is even here, honestly. Because that's like, I've never seen that before. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. Analyze, calculate code metrics. Analyze, calculate code metrics for solution. I don't have any idea what it's... Build errors! Okay, I'll do that after we build. Because I haven't added Big Box Current View yet. And I don't know how I'm going to do that necessarily either, come to think of it. So fine, let's just comment this out for a moment. And we'll build. Can you, Jade, what do you mean? Can you mage? Can you make? Can you make a voice recognition plugin? You could. You absolutely could. Yeah, and I can get you whatever you need if you run into anything missing. Can Kirsten fire me then? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think she's going to try, but if she does, I don't know. If Kirsten fires me, I'm going to have to fire her. Build succeeded. So, analyze, calculate code metrics for solution. Not that this really matters, but, you know, it's not that many lines of code. We're looking at 18,000, 27,000, 3,000, 11,000. So something like 50,000 lines of code. That's it. Not anything that crazy. Interesting. My maintainability index is green, which is probably a good thing. Apparently, I did a good job with the plugins project. Demos, WPF, and Big Box. But the worst one is the desktop, the LaunchBox one, which is the very first one I built, so I guess that makes sense. It's funny. It's cool. An announcer plugin, yeah. Text to speech. So maybe I can't trust it. I don't know, Phil. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I mean, and one of the things I've said over and over and over again, it looks like probably we're closer to 60. I'm not sure, 60,000. But one of the things I've said over and over and over again is we rely on modern Microsoft technologies to get everything done. So, like, one of the reasons why I am able to do so much so quick is simply because we're using all the modern techs If I had to build this in C++ without .NET, you know, it would be a friggin' awful nightmare, and it would probably be 10 times as much code. So, is the speech recognition already accessible to plugins? It isn't actually right now, but it would be super easy for me to make it accessible to plugins, if that makes sense. So, I can do that for you, Jade. Absolutely. That's not hard to do. Well, but yeah, okay. It wouldn't be hard to make it to make the speech recognition accessible to plugins. It depends on what you want to do. I mean, there's the speech recognition, and then there's the actual talking back. So we would need separate stuff for each of them, depending on what you want. But neither of them is going to be that difficult. I can do that probably on the stream here, sure. Maybe it's not counting comments. It's possible. Need an auto-configure rocket launcher plugin. That would be awesome. I would love to have that. Yeah, although I'm not, and that's why it would be good to get somebody to build that, because I'm not good with rocket launcher still. I know how to use it. I mean, I have a working installation of it. But anyway, so big box current view. Let's get that done here first. And to return that, public string big box current view. That's going to be from the main view model. It's the thing. This is coming from LaunchBox. So how am I going to do this? I might just have to set it. Yeah, we'll have to set it. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I messed that up, didn't I? Okay. So in the main view model, so active view model, when we set it, this is going to be really tricky though, guys. It really is. Because, I mean, I have the type of the object, but I don't have the name in here. You want your insert coin voice command. I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this. This isn't as easy as it should be, really. Because what I'm trying to avoid is having to freaking touch every single view to do this. And I don't want to have to do that. And I'm not sure there's a good way to do that right now. Basically, every view would need a name. Every view model would need a name that maps up properly. And we have... yeah. So like... on Switch Games View, for instance. Get next games list view. Wait a minute. Platform.bigbox view. Oh. Well, so, okay. So we have this saved in here. Or in the platform. So if we know we're on a games view, we can get it this way, in theory. We have the list of games list views right here. Well, then what about the other views? Man, what a pain in the butt. These are the platform list views. Yeah, this isn't so easy. I don't know. I'm not sure it's worth it, honestly, but I've started it, so now we got to finish it. All right, so get next games list view. We have all this stuff. I've got these classes that return. I mean, it's all saved in the view. I mean, in the settings, and that always should be correct. So that's what we're going to have to do. Whenever it changes, I need to go back to my main view model. We've got this stuff, which is going to give me whatever the view name is, ultimately. And if I go to active view model, whenever we set the active view model, filter type. Sure. So we have to figure out whether whether we're on games or filters, first off, or like system. Because this only oh man. God, this is annoying. I don't know. I'm not sure this is worth doing right now, honestly. Yeah, I'll come back to this later. Sorry, Nosh. I just don't feel like it's worth tackling right now. I feel like there's other stuff that we could be doing that's more important. And it's like just kind of a pain in the butt. You'd think it would be easier, but it's not. So I'm going to get rid of that for the moment. We can come back to that later at some point, but it doesn't feel like it's I mean, it was like in passing, and unless we have a specific use case for it right now, I don't feel like spending 45 minutes on it. But anyways, so Jade wants plugin support for the voice recognition. And honestly, the voice recognition stuff, it's really cool, it's really awesome, but we've had major freaking issues getting it to work across the board, especially for people who aren't in the US. And it's been like a major thorn in my side. So I'm kind of, I don't know. The reason why I haven't done anything with it in such a long time is because it's been just such a rotten pain. What does the unbroken in the plugins name mean? So officially, my official LLC, my official company, is called Unbroken Software LLC. And I don't advertise. I haven't advertised a lot that name. But that is the name of the company that owns LaunchBox, Unbroken Software. So that's what unbroken means. And if ever we come out with another product, where that's the company that we use. So, anyways, Jade. What's the lowdown? What does this taking over mean for us paid LaunchBox Premium? Amir, it was mostly a joke, so don't worry about it. Kirsten is just going to be. You can watch the beginning of the stream for the lowdown. I already gave the complete lowdown there. You should be able to just go back to the beginning of the stream and watch it. But Kirsten's going to be becoming a manager. That's what I meant. So no worries. No, it doesn't mean anything to people who own LaunchBox Premium at all. I'm still doing all the development. You want access to send a voice command as a string. For example, you would like to use voice recognition and send voice recognized to. You would use Google for voice recognition and send voice recognized to LaunchBox. Send a voice command as a string. I see. Interesting. Okay. Well, now we got two people interested in the voice recognition stuff. All right. Well, I can do that. No problem, Amir. Sure. So voice recognition then. Well, if we create plugins, we would create a new plugin. Really, we would need a new plugin. Let's find the hook. Let's figure out where that would be needed here first. It's an interesting thought. Although, honestly, it does feel a little bit like voice recognition. The plugin for voice recognition should not really be the priority right now, I will admit. So, I don't know. I'm still torn on doing it. But since I didn't have good plans today, why not? So, anyways, let's go. Voice recognition is all in this guy right here under LaunchBox Voice. Sending text. That might not be so easy though. Yeah, that's going to be a major job, though, guys. I mean, I would probably, if I implemented voice recognition, it would take the rest of the stream. Plugin support for voice recognition is pretty involved. So I'm not sure if that's the best approach. But then again, I didn't have any immediate plans for this stream. So, really, I just need to plan stuff out better, I think. But we could certainly do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I need some feedback here. I'm not getting enough feedback from you guys. I need to know whether you guys all think implementing voice plugins for the voice recognition stuff, various features of that would be worth doing. That would allow people to do several things. It would allow people to make LaunchBox talk to you, and it would allow people to send commands via strings, and allow people to. Jade wants to create a plugin where anytime you say insert coin, it automatically inserts a coin into the game. Stuff like that. So what do you think? Yeah, I was wrong, Jade. I'm sorry. Although, nah, yeah, it really wouldn't be easy. Tomahawk, I'd like to see LaunchBox import algorithm to match with alternate titles for different regions. That's a good point. There are so much not scraped when data is already in the database. That's a really good point. And that, honestly, that would be a smarter thing to tackle right now. So thank you, Tomahawk. I think that's something to consider. So right now, to explain what that means, right now, the LaunchBox Games database has alternate titles, but LaunchBox does not use them. And that's definitely something I need to implement. Hey, Bissy, go back and watch the beginning of the stream, my friend. Plugins could implement their own voice recognition system, yes. However, I mean, it would be a waste of time. A lot of it would be a waste of time since we have it built in, and then you need separate hooks. I mean, it would be kind of silly, but yes, you could. There's no cons toward it other than the fact that it takes time, you know. Finally, a front end that would talk to you. If they were all running at the same time, they could conflict. Yep, that's true. The only word I say is cancel. That's funny. +1 for alternate titles. Okay, I'm with you guys there. Yeah. The alt naming should be added before anything, in my opinion. I agree. I really do. Personally, I think if we're going to invest more time in the plugins, now would be the good time before moving on to do other things. Now that it's all fresh in your mind. Yeah, and that's true, Pac-Man. Although, honestly, the plugin system is simple enough that I'm not... it's not going to be difficult to get back into at any point. And I think we're getting enough votes for alternate titles that I think that's what we should focus on. Probably lower priority, according to Nosh. Yeah, agreed. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to not do that immediately here, but games title stuff seems more important to general functionality rather than just a fun toy. Yeah. Someone's already working on a UDP plugin. Yep. Want LaunchBox to be able to use other voice engines, which is certainly a possibility with the plugin stuff, if I built that plugin system. Alt title sounds like a plan. I'm sorry, Jade. So sorry. But yeah, that's what we'll do. That is smart. Alternate titles. We definitely need that going. So right now, if I take a look at my LaunchBox folder metadata, and we load up metadata.xml. So, if we look in here, there should be alternate titles coming back. What this file is this is the file that the LaunchBox Games database sends over and literally contains all of the text metadata available everywhere on the site. Though there's also main.xml and files.xml. But actually, that's not what's available on the site. What's available on the site is everything in metadata.xml. 75 megs of just pure text. Now we have alternate titles in here somewhere, I think. And I know Vlansix sent this over to me and gave me the details on it, but I don't remember. Unable to find title. Is there alternate title? Wow, this is slow because the file's so big. There it is. No, that's platform alternate name. Okay, I might have to look at... it's possible I don't have the latest too, because I haven't done a search in a while. But games with alternate titles should have... Wonder if there's... I've got to take a look at the server for a second, so give me a second here. So game alternate title is what the actual table is called. And then alternate name. And that doesn't exist. I think I just maybe don't have the latest. Unable to find alternate name. What the heck, man? All right. So let's see. Check the one here on the server. I just loaded a 75 meg file up on the server in Notepad. That's probably not very smart. Also probably not very smart to use the find. Still can't find it. I'm pretty sure that Vlansix already put in the work to get it to me. So that's what I'm confused about here. I need to take a look at the stored procedures then and see how the heck it's working. Game, get all metadata. Game, get alternate titles. Okay, so he added that. But maybe he didn't. Yeah, that hasn't been updated. Well, it was updated on May 26th. Can the duplicate detection work across platforms? That gets dangerous, though. So, probably not. At least not today. I don't know. Yeah, I'm torn on that one. I'm going to break the game's DB. Pretty much. So he added this game get alternate titles. I need to check my source control here and see. You know, he sent me the code, but we must not be actually using it right now. Where did he send me the code? Darn it. I wonder if he's on right now. Because I really need to get this done. So, like, just showed you guys Slack. Oh, well. Do. Come on. Yeah, I need his help. I don't know if I can even do this today. I don't want to redo anything he did, but like I need the code. So where the heck did he put it? Or he sent it to me. There it is. I got it. I got it. Woot. Finally. So Saved. So here is the data export code. And I need to merge this code in. I need to check to make sure that I'm... All right, so first off, I got to do some checking in. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. So this is... I'm just going to call it catch-up. Whatever. And then I need to grab the code and copy all that crap and paste it. We should have been working directly in Git, but we weren't for this for some dumb reason. There's my metadata export. And we're going to overwrite, replace. Now, let's see what changed here. Just the program code, that's good. Gotcha. So we'll go ahead and check that in. Metadata export for alternate titles. And I'm going to commit that. And then I'm going to load up my project for the metadata export. Actually, darn it, I should probably... Hopefully there's not any security issues there. I don't think there was. Yeah, we're good. I didn't show any passwords. Okay, I'm going to rebuild this guy. And then I'm going to just grab the exe, and I'm going to test it on the server. Make sure nothing breaks. Give it a run. And we'll see what we get. So it generated the metadata.xml file, the main file, the files. It's zipping it up. The metadata.xml file doesn't seem a whole lot bigger though, so I'm confused. If I take a look at the code here, game image, no, not game image, no, that's not right. Okay, so game alternate name should be in the XML. Clearly, that's what we're looking for. Anyways, this is done. Game alternate name. There it is. Finally, We've got it. It has the alternate name, it has the database ID, and it has the region. Bingo. Okay. So now I have this metadata zip file. Well, first off, what I want to do is actually make this actually active. But maybe I should test it in LaunchBox to make sure it doesn't break anything first. So let's do that. I'm going to grab this metadata.zip. I'm going to paste that on the desktop for now. It'll take a second, and hopefully it doesn't like kill the stream. Come on, guy. What are you doing? Hurry up. All right. I'm going to go ahead and extract this guy. And I'm going to just take these 3 files and put them in my LaunchBox metadata folder. Now we got to make sure that this doesn't break. Where's the third one? Files, MAME. Where's my metadata one? Okay, it's right there. Whatever. I want to make sure this doesn't break anything in LaunchBox because that has never been tested yet. So if I, for example, search, no, I don't want to get another one. It'll overwrite the one I just manually put in there. It seems like we're good. I don't see any major issues. So hopefully we're okay. We'll find out if we're not. So now finally that I have that data in there, what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and close everything. I can go, we're going to go into our local DB class, which is under here. And we have to basically, so search result game right now. This is what comes back from the local DB. Seems awfully limited. I guess it's all there. We just need a list of alternate titles. And we have genres and platforms, so I'm going to add a... But we need a class for game alternate title. So let me add that. It's going to be search result game alternate title. And we'll make that public. And it's just going to have public string. It's region and title, basically. Region. Just going to do that. And then public string title. And then we'll add a constructor. Public search result game alternate title. String title. String region. This dot title equals title. This dot region equals region. So that is our class, and then basically the search result game needs to have a list of these. So public list of search result game alternate title. Alternate titles get protected set. And I guess there is no other constructor on this right now. This is weird that, okay. Let's take a look at this. We are basically, so for example, when we call search, catch up on comments here before I dive into that. McTurbo, how about a shutdown when done after doing a force image cache? That is a good idea, although I wouldn't say that's anywhere near a priority right now, to be honest. You saw the password. It was star, 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 star. Same password I use. That's funny. Not too much, Dave, honestly. Are we going to offer purchase big box using PayPal? Unfortunately, no. And there's a lot of details on that on the forums. But PayPal screwed us over in the past, and they won't let us use them at all. So, how's the video alignment going? Yeah, right. Mainly for my luggage. Where did that come from? Hey, Shavat. Sure. No, I don't. Actually, I don't plan on showing the alternate titles in the UI, Neil. Michael Bolton. Oh goodness. I think I only know one Michael Bolton song. Oh, your pass. I get you. Mainly for your luggage. Yeah. Spaceballs. Okay, so back to the code. Where do I put this? So right now, what I'm thrown off by is why don't I have a search result game constructor? That is weird to me. Oh, but there's local DB search result game and Wikipedia search result game. Of course there is. You dummy. All right, so local DB search result game. That's why, of course. So what we need, I mean, really, I should probably put the alternate title things in the local DB search result game, I guess. He has a song named that? Does he really? Oh, man. Yuck. All right. So local DB search result game. The only thing is search result game, I think we can leave it in here. There's nothing wrong with that. So alternate titles. In the constructor for this, though, I need to initialize alternate titles. So this dot alternate titles equals new list of search result game alternate title. And then whenever then we need to populate this. So create the constructor, or we construct the object, and then we just have to populate all the items. There's 30 references to that though. Where is all this stuff? It's all in local DB. Oh, we feed it the row. I see. So we need a constructor for alternate title that does the same thing, I guess. And really this should be, yeah. Yes. And then finally in search result game, I'm going to get rid of this and move it. What just happened? There it is. Move it to the actual local DB one because it only applies to the local DB. So we're going to add that there, and we actually don't even need the setter. Is every single Michael Bolton song a question? Is every title for every Michael Bolton song like all about begging a woman for something? That's funny. So then in here, in the alternate title constructor, instead of this, I need data row, and then I need to actually populate it. Camel. Okay. So if we take a look at the row, we basically have region and what is it? What's it called? Now I've got to load that up again. There's alternate name, game key, region key, region.name. But wait a second. Come on, wake up. Waiting for Notepad to get back to me. I searched again. Oh, come on. Yeah, right. You can't find it. Ah. Just trying to figure out what the dumb columns are called. That's it. Game alternate title. Game alternate name. Okay. Alternate name, database ID, and region are the things that are returned. Okay. So we just need alternate name and region. So this dot title equals row alternate name dot toString, and this dot region equals row region dot toString. That's simple. The only thing is we got to make sure that those exist. So how do I? But it should only. I mean, if the table exists, then it should have that data. If not, Really, I should be updating it anyways. I should include the new version of it anyways, so shouldn't much matter. I think we'll be okay with that. Then in my local DB, we're going to need, we have the data set. The data set is where we load up the entire metadata XML file. And wherever we construct our local DB search result game is where we're going to need to do this. First one is right here. This is find DOS game by folder path. We don't care about that. There's a lot of this stuff. All right, hold on. Local DB DOS search result. I don't care about the local DB DOS search result ones. I think this is the only one I care about. Sure. So this is it right here. So then, but we're going to have to feed over the list of alternate titles as well to this. Everything that applies. So I guess we're going to feed it a IEnumerable of data row alternate titles. And for each data row alternate title row in alternate title rows, let's add that. Max players or community rating. Also add the remaining metadata fields which don't get populated in LaunchBox as well. Are you so max players, so you're saying stuff that's on the DB but isn't in use in LaunchBox right now? Sure, I agree that we definitely need that stuff. Unfortunately, it's kind of it's a bigger job than, I mean, because you got to add it all these different places. So yes and no, Sid. I agree we need to get that done, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that directly here on the stream. Hey, James Buck. You bought a magic bullet because of an infomercial. It's terrible. That's funny. Anyways, so basically what we need to do is this.game.alternate-titles.add new alternate title row. Okay. Apparently we can use var. Yeah, because it's a list. It's not, I get it. Okay. So then we're not going to build, and we have to update the 3 references here to feed in this second parameter. Wow, why did I use that syntax? Yuck. Get game by ID. And I'm going to have to change that up. Yuck, 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 yuck. The other thing is, well, I mean, we have the database ID. So first off, we're going to say var game equals no, this is returning the search result. Oh crap. Var game equals we're talking about the magic bullet and the ninja blender and the veggie bullet. That's funny. No worries, Nosh. Hey, gaming. How do you get dynamic marquee to work? Hit us up on the forums, Dixon, and we can help. But it's just a matter of, assuming you've got 2 monitors, just go into your general settings and set the marquee monitor to the right monitor in Big Box. Ah, max players, sure. The thing is, I was thinking about trying to revamp that because I'm still not happy with exactly how that's being like done on either side. So I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do there. That's the issue. We got to define that. Blend Tech, the guy there was flipping out trying to get me to buy a Blend Tech for 3 times the price. Yeah, the marquee stuff only works in big box mode, Dixon. Although I think there might be a plugin being developed right now that might work for both. I'm not sure. All right. So anyways, get game by ID. This is annoying. So basically, we're going to say local db.dataset.tablesgame.rows.where are. Come on. Don't do that. R dot. I think I have to cast data row, which is annoying. Not R dot is null. Database ID and int dot parse row database ID dot toString equals ID. Oh, not row, it's R. Dot first or default. All right. Did you know gaming? Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for your support so much. Okay, and then now that we have the game, so first off, if game equals null, I'm just going to return I guess I'm just going to return null at that point. Otherwise, wait a minute, this isn't a game though. This is a row. And we feed that. Okay, so game row. So if it didn't exist, otherwise what we need to do, if we have a valid one, then we're going to say the game equals new local DB search result game row, and from there, oh no, local DB search result game row dot game. What's the problem here? Oh, so we have to, this is where we feed in the alternate title rows. All right, so now the alternate title rows, we need to do we're gonna add, but we have to get the game. Oh well, no, we get a list of rows. Okay. All right. Var alternate title rows equals new list of data row. No, we just basically need local db.dataset.tables game. Is it game alternate title? I think. Actually, it might not be. Where's my... There it is. Game alternate name. Dot rows. Dot cast of type data row. Dot where not r.is null database ID, and that is the correct name, right? Database ID, yep. And int.parse r database ID dot toString equals ID. That's it, I think. Okay, and then we just simply add those, or we feed those into here. So alternate title rows. I think that will do it basically. And then this is not a game though. This is the search result. Or no, we do .game. So basically we just need to return this. Finally, I think we finally have that done. All right. Goodness. Oh, goodness. Finishing up a 5-year sentence for buying seed packets from Amazon and returning them to Home Depot at a profit and reselling the gift cards. That's horrible. That's funny, though. That's a pretty interesting way to make money. Crazy. All right. So this is done, except, yeah, we just need to do a single first or default instead of the where first. Okay. And there's actually 2 more places where we need to do this, but at least I know what I need to do now for that. I'm going to go back to this guy, and we gotta find the other 2 references. And they're actually both right here, so that makes it easier. This is the standard search method, which we get the list of search results. So so in both of these, local DB search result, but the thing is we need the database ID. But we have the row. peddling your merch. That's funny, Andre. Okay, so anyways, row. I need the database ID, and we're searching by name, but we get the actual row. So string database ID equals row database ID dot toString, and then we get var alternate title rows. Okay, that where database ID is not null, and we don't need to do the int.parse thing. Equals database ID. Okay. But the thing is, the int.parse thing is going to prevent an empty string. Well, no, it would, yeah, that's not an issue. We're fine. Okay. So then we just feed over alternate title rows into this, and we're good to go there. Alternate title rows. Whoops. Okay. So I'm going to basically just do the same thing down here. We get the database ID. Don't know why I'm doing this twice though. Oh, because we're checking the platform first. I see. Okay. So yeah, in theory, that will add, finally, hopefully we'll build, and that will add alternate titles to the search results from the local database, from the LaunchBox Games database. I'm hungry. Copy and paste the screen in the stream. What do you mean, Dave? All right, so we build, right? So the next thing is, oh, wait a minute, though. Okay, so I added alternate names to the search results, but we also need to search them, don't we? Of course we do. So stink. That's going to be more work here. Oh, I got you, Dave. If you're gonna land in prison, you want to do it in Norway. That's funny. I remember reading about the Norway prison system, actually. Seriously. Well, isn't Norway the country that like they just make you work and it's like a colony? I would have just unioned a list of DBIDs and titles from the game list with a list of DBIDs and alternate names from the alternate name list and a temporary list. Search that and then join the IDs back to the games table. Yeah, you're right. That might be a smarter way to do this. Because we're going to have to search the list. Yeah. Wasn't exactly thinking this entirely through because I forgot about the fact that the search method has to search all the alternate titles to find the game as well if it doesn't find it via the first one. So I'm not sure. And really, this is all going to need quite a bit of restructuring. So, yeah. I mean, because we're looping through data tables right now. I don't know. I could like cache all that, but I don't currently. For the metadata stuff, I don't cache any. I don't use dictionaries or anything currently. I do for the MAME stuff though. We have to search the alternate titles. That's the thing. So basically, the next step. Basically, the next step is if I kept going this way, I would just loop through all the alternate titles to find what we're looking for. And I would probably want to do that via platform first, and then do it just in general. And I did all this work to like feed over the alternate title, but I don't have anywhere I'm even planning to use that. So I don't know. the good news is once I get this working, once I get this method working properly, the search method, I'm done. That's it. I don't have to go back anywhere else in LaunchBox, anywhere else in the code to make it work, because it's just going to work. But ideally, the way I would do this is I would start by, well, let's plan this out as far as like the logic and what it should be. So step one is search for search by name and platform exactly. That's ideally that's what we search for first. Step two, search by alternate name and platform exactly. Step three should be search by rough name and platform exactly. Step four is search by rough alternate name and platform. Exactly doesn't make any sense anyways. And then step five should be search by name only. Step six should be search by alternate name. And step seven should be I mean, at that point, do we just give up? Maybe. But there's search by rough name only, and then search by rough alternate name. So it's an 8-step process is the ideal thing here. And so what I'm thinking is, and really, I mean, we should feed that over every single time. Right now we have this thing where we have this local db.isMatch. And this method kinda should have the alternate names in there. But if we did it like that, that might be a performance thing. So Dave says you should have a chroma key green screen so that when he codes the background, it could be some game. Yeah, there you go. Jason codes in space. Something like that. I don't know that I want to do all that restructuring though. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to the first step here. This is one of my biggest concerns is that this could really slow down the search process. But, you know, we can add caching in there later, I think, maybe if we need it. So the first thing is to search by name and platform exactly. And one of the issues we have is that localdb.isMatch doesn't do an exact search currently. So I guess we probably need to add a method called isExactMatch. Private static bool is exact match string query string game name. And we're not going to use the get title for comparing thing. And I guess we just really, it just needs to be an equals. So first thing I'm going to do is query equals query dot trim, and game name equals game name dot trim, and I'm going to return query is not equal to null, and well, now we need to, yeah, that's fine. Query is not equal to null, and query dot equals game name string comparison dot ordinal ignore case, and that will do just fine there. So for starters, we loop through and look for name and platform exactly. We change this to be is exact match. Okay, so that's step one right there. Let's make this a little easier on ourselves. Search by name and platform exactly. Then step two is searching by alternate name and platform exactly. And then we'd have to get the database ID, and then we'd get the game by the ID at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And this is step two, search by alternate name and platform exactly. And we go into the same is exact match, except we don't search row name. Oh, really, we don't. Okay, we need to loop through data row in dataset.tables game alternate name is what we need. Okay. But then we don't have the platform. Oh man, what a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's not going to work. We have to cache this stuff. There's just no other way to do it. So how am I going to do that? Well, no, okay. Goodness. We go back to game. We loop through game. And then we loop through all of the alternate titles for that game. So first things first is we have our database ID. And then we have alternate title rows that match that database ID. And then we loop through those alternate title rows. And we're going to do if localDB.is exact match query. We already have row, so alternate title row. And is it alternate name? Is that what it's called? I think so. Yeah. Dot toString. Then we have our result. Okay, multiple enumeration. So let's just go ahead and do a to list on this. Okay. The thing is, we're also missing, though, in here is if we have... I need to move this or copy that up here as well. Include... Oh, wait. Because we're still on just the platform. There we go. Okay. How difficult would it be to implement a manual search if it doesn't match step 1 and 2? It will show all possible matches and you choose it. Yeah, well that's already there for the dialogue, the regular search dialogue. When you add a game manually, but to do it like for every single game as you import would require some major work yet. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The search is really, really tricky to get right. It really is. It's not easy. So hopefully this will help, but there's quite a bit of thinking that really needs to go into it. And even just string matching is actually really tricky. Ah, Frank is back, guys. Frank is back. Hey, Steve. Okay. I mean, should I give Frank a chance or should I just ban him immediately? I think I'm just gonna ban him. Ban Frank 3434555. Oh, he's gone. What just happened to poor Frank? What just happened to poor Frank? Possible idea improvement. Don't know how hard it's going to be, but add a feature so we can export a list with the games we have in our collection. Yeah. Yep. I think you could probably use audits to do that currently. So say you have Excel, or even like the list view. I think you can use. I hope. I think you can just like Control A, Control C, paste it into Excel, and you got your solution, I think. Oh, in the case you have to reinstall. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, it's definitely the same Frank. He always talks about PCSX2 every single time. Because he claims he's a developer for PCSX2 and we never believed him. I added a checkbox that one time, so I am a dev. These streams do last a while, don't they, guys? Yeah, I agree, Vissy. That is a good idea. Um, although, well, yeah. The thing is, there's not a whole lot of reason to do that because it's literally just copy and paste. Um, so the concept of reinstalling is kind of moot since there's no real good reason to ever reinstall. If you wanted to reinstall, you could just copy your XML file for a particular platform over and everything would be there. So I don't see that as a priority, although, yeah, I definitely understand. That makes sense. We did have an import and export feature before, but then we made it so easy to do it just via the files that it was kind of, and it was just getting in the way, so I just got rid of it. Yeah, Frank is one of the trolls. Really the only troll we've had over and over here. On and off for a long time. Yeah, it's funny. He'll come back like every month or so, every few months, whatever. Yeah, it's funny. You would think if he was actually trying to if he was any good at trolling, he would come with different names and be confusing. But he just, I don't know. He wants to be known as Frank, I guess. Likes the attention. Frankly, who cares? Oh man. Is everything saved in the XML file like the location of the game? Yes, it is. Yep, including the location of the game. Should just use JSON. Yeah, I know. JSON, Jason. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, I like JSON actually. I do, but XML is easier. So the so we got alternate name and platform working in theory. For the exact matches, and then we got rough name and platform, and rough alternate name and platform. I will be right back, guys, though, because I gotta go pee. So give me 1 sec. All right, sorry guys. I got invaded by my family in the process. No, I wasn't pooping, I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. Hide the glow sticks. All right, let me catch up here on comments. Pizza Boy. Something I realized: if you change the location of your games for a certain platform, even if you use the same game, the image CRC checker thinks it's a different game, right? I don't follow that really, honestly. Sheets like R. Kelly, what are you talking about? Probably a joke that went completely over my head. Okay, finally got my NAS setup going, but I was noticing that when I changed my game locations over, it was making duplicate instances of all my games and wanting duplicate sets of images. When you change your game locations over, that's what I don't understand. Change your game locations over. Like, what did you do to change your game locations? Just an empty chair. Yeah, sorry, guys. One of my kids just deleted some code. Yeah, usually I pee pretty quick, don't I? Kirsten is the glorious supreme leader. Yeah, you got rid of me finally. Yeah, I keep getting that a lot lately, Slipstream. Putting a program to the top level in Big Box. Yeah, Jay is the one. Jay's Arcade has been the one that's been asking for that for ages. I changed my game path for each platform to read from a directory on my main machine over to a directory on my NAS. Oh, sure. So you changed all the folders for your platforms. Yeah, of course. It's not going to move that media over. So basically, it has to. Yeah. So what did you expect to happen? So yeah, it's not going to identify that any of that media exists anymore if you change those paths. I think the plan, part of the plan there, I think, was to allow people to inject things into the lists via plugins. So that's a possibility. Sure. No worries, Pizza Boy. Honestly, though, let's discuss that on the forums. If you want to hit me up on the forums, we can go through that and see if something messed up. Although, yeah, it's not going to manage moving all your media for you. So, but it shouldn't be duplicating any games or anything like that either. Camel, though, I don't think he's not talking about moving ROMs around. He's talking about changing the location of the media. All right. I think I am going to end the stream here soon, guys. But the next step is going to be, well, we got these 8 steps to go through ultimately. And I'll go ahead and get that going today. I'm glad we're tackling the alternate names for sure. So I'll go ahead and implement the rest of this today and give it a test and all that stuff. And hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have a new beta for you guys. And we'll have the alternate name stuff in there, as well as the few things we did for the plugins. But yeah. Sure, and I know that people want stuff in the top level now. So yeah, we'll figure that out soon. I think the best way to do that is probably with a plugin. That's my thought, currently anyways. No worries, Pizza Boy. Yeah, if anybody's confused about what we accomplished, we're basically trying to improve the search, which can always be improved. And actually, we haven't touched that in a very long time. So that's a very good thing to do because ultimately, if we improve the accuracy of the search engine, then everything is just better. Anytime there's a mismatched game, or a game doesn't get media or doesn't get metadata, that's a major problem. So obviously this is a very important thing to focus on. And so we have a lot that we can do yet on that, and it's a good thing to tackle. So I'm glad that's what we focused on for the latter half of the stream. Automatic games consolidating as well. Good point, Sid. Yeah. Yep, definitely. We got to do that. Yeah, well, thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take off. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday at the same time. It's not done yet, but it will be done hopefully by the end of the day for you guys. Have a good one, folks. Thanks for the stream.